It's a Friday night, and I'm living my best digital life. Catching up with friends on Insta, sharing a laugh over a video call, and uploading that perfect selfie with my dog. All this without a second thought about where all that data goes. It's just out there, floating in the ether, right?
Well, not exactly. Then a seemingly innocent email pops up. We've detected unusual activity on your account. Suddenly, Sarah's blissful digital bubble bursts. That data she so casually throws around, someone somewhere might be watching. This begs the question, in our increasingly digital world, who exactly has access to the information we share online? And more importantly, what are they doing with it? Buckle up, folks, because we're about to dive into the wild world of data privacy and security. Let's talk servers, the unsung heroes, or perhaps the slightly creepy landlords of the internet. Imagine them as giant warehouses packed with rows upon rows of computers. These servers are the backbone of the digital world, tirelessly working to store, process, and manage the vast amounts of data we generate every second. These digital storage units house everything from your embarrassing teenage photos to your credit card details. Every email you send, every photo you upload, and every website you visit is stored on these servers. They're like digital vaults, safeguarding your information. Companies like Google, Facebook, and Amazon own and operate these data centers. These tech giants have built massive infrastructures to handle the enormous data loads generated by billions of users worldwide. Their data centers are marvels of modern engineering, designed to be efficient, secure, and reliable. They're essentially massive fortresses of information, strategically located around the world. These data centers are equipped with state-of-the-art security measures, including biometric scanners, surveillance cameras, and armed guards to protect the sensitive data they hold. But it's not just the big players. Even that cute cat video you uploaded ends up on a server somewhere. And then there's metadata. Metadata is the hidden layer of information that accompanies your data. It includes details like the time and date a file was created, the device used, and even the location. Think of it as the digital footprint your data leaves behind. This metadata can be incredibly revealing, painting a detailed picture of your online behavior and habits. It's like a trail of breadcrumbs that can be followed to understand your digital life. It tells a story about your online activity, even if you're careful about what you post directly. Who you email when you're online and how long you spend on different websites are all pieces of this puzzle. This information can be used to build a profile of you, often without your explicit consent. What websites you visit, it's all tracked and stored. Companies use this data to target you with personalized ads, recommend content, and even influence your online experience. It's a complex web of data collection and analysis that operates behind the scenes. So, while you might think you're just innocently browsing for new shoes, you're actually leaving a trail of data breadcrumbs for companies to follow. This data is valuable, and companies are eager to collect and analyze it to better understand and predict consumer behavior. In this digital age, your data is a currency, and servers are the vaults where it's stored. Now for the million-dollar question, who has access to this treasure trove of data? In today's interconnected world, data is the new gold, and everyone wants a piece of it. But who exactly is peeking at your information? The answer is more complex than you might think. The answer, unfortunately, isn't as simple as pointing a finger at a single villain in a hoodie. While the image of a lone hacker in a dark room is popular, the reality is that multiple entities are interested in your data. First, there are the service providers themselves. These are the companies you interact with daily, like your internet service provider, social media platforms, and email services. They need access to your data to, actually provide the service. Without this access, they wouldn't be able to function effectively. They need access to your data to, actually provide the service. For instance, your internet service provider needs to know your IP address to route your internet traffic correctly. Similarly, your email provider needs access to your emails to store and deliver them. Want to watch that cat video? Or perhaps you're more into cooking tutorials or gaming streams. Whatever your preference, platforms like YouTube need to know where to send the content you request. YouTube needs to know where to send it. This means they track your viewing habits, search history, and even the time you spend watching videos. All this data helps them deliver a seamless user experience. But these companies also analyze your data to personalize your experience. Show you targeted ads. They use complex algorithms to understand your preferences and suggest content that might interest you. This is why you often see ads for products you've recently searched for or videos similar to ones you've watched. Then there are advertisers, hungry for insights into your consumer behavior. They want to know what makes you tick, what you buy, and what will make you click on that Buy Now button. This data is invaluable for creating targeted marketing campaigns. They want to know what makes you tick, what you buy, and what will make you click on that Buy Now button. This information helps them craft personalized ads that are more likely to convert into sales. And what will make you click on that Buy Now button? This data is their bread and butter, and they'll go to great lengths to get it. From tracking your online shopping habits to analyzing your social media activity, advertisers are always on the lookout for valuable consumer insights. This data is their bread and butter, and they'll go to great lengths to get it. They invest heavily in data analytics tools and technologies to gain a competitive edge in the market. And let's not forget government entities. They might request access to your data for various reasons, from national security to criminal investigations. Governments around the world have different levels of access to personal data, often justified by the need to protect citizens and maintain public order. They might request access to your data for various reasons, from national security to criminal investigations. Law enforcement agencies may need access to your data to solve crimes, while intelligence agencies might use it to prevent terrorist activities. Now, before you start digging a bunker in your backyard, it's important to note that there are often legal frameworks and regulations in place to protect your privacy. Laws like the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR in Europe, and the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, in the United States aim to give consumers more control over their personal data. However, the extent of government surveillance varies widely from country to country. In some places, government oversight is stringent, while in others, surveillance is more pervasive. It's crucial to stay informed about the privacy laws in your country and take steps to protect your data. Section 4. The price of free how your data fuels the internet. Here's the thing. Most of us don't pay a dime for the services we use every day. We log into our favorite social media platforms, search for information, and stream videos without ever reaching for our wallets. Facebook, Google, Instagram, they're all free. But have you ever wondered how these companies make money if they're not charging us directly? As the saying goes, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. This means that your personal data is incredibly valuable to these companies. Your data is the currency you use to access these services. Every click, like, and share is a piece of data that companies collect. Companies collect and analyze your data to create detailed user profiles. These profiles can include everything from your browsing habits to your shopping preferences. These profiles are then used to target you with personalized advertising. Advertisers pay big money to get their products in front of the right eyes. Ever notice how that pair of shoes you were browsing magically appears as an ad on your social media feed? That's the power of data-driven advertising. That's not a coincidence. That's data at work. Algorithms analyze your behavior and predict what you might be interested in next. This exchange of data for services isn't necessarily a bad thing. It allows companies to offer you more relevant content and services. After all, personalized experiences can be quite convenient. Imagine getting recommendations for movies you'll love or discovering new music that fits your taste perfectly. However, it's crucial to be aware of this trade-off and understand how your data is being used. Being informed allows you to make better decisions about your online activities and privacy settings. Section 5. Walls with ears. The importance of encryption. Imagine sending a postcard with your deepest secrets written on it for all to see. That's essentially what it's like sending information online without encryption. Encryption is like putting your data in a super secure envelope that only the intended recipient can open. Encryption scrambles your data into an unreadable format, making it much harder for hackers to intercept and steal your information. Look for websites with HTTPS in the URL and a padlock icon in the address bar. These are signs that the website uses encryption to protect your data. Think of it like this. You wouldn't walk around with your social security number tattooed on your forehead, would you? Encryption is the digital equivalent of keeping your sensitive information under wraps. Section 6. When data goes rogue, tales from the breach. Data breaches are unfortunately becoming increasingly common. Companies, big and small, are vulnerable to cyber attacks, and the consequences can be devastating. Remember that time a certain hotel chain lost millions of customer records, including passport information and credit card details? Yeah, not exactly a shining moment for data security. These breaches can lead to identity theft, financial fraud, and a whole lot of stress. And it's not just large corporations that are at risk. Small businesses and individuals are also targets for hackers. The point is, data breaches are a stark reminder that our personal information is a valuable commodity, and there are people out there who will stop at nothing to get their hands on it. This is why it's more important than ever to take steps to protect ourselves.